Hello, and welcome to the channel. Today we will be doing a humble tier list for Marvel Rivals. After the new changes, new thing buffs, they nerfed Wolverine, slightly added the Phoenix. The meta's been shaken up a good bit, and I see a lot of people asking, what's good, what's the pick? Should I go Moon Knight? And I'm here to tell you, no, you should not go Moon Knight, unless you're down in the bronzes or in the quick plays. Then by all means. So we're going to do a bit of a briefer tier list today, not get too in the weeds of things. And I think we're just going to start in the classic tier list fashion at the very, very tippity-bippity tip-top with Luna Snow. The devs are simping for Luna Snow. They buff her every patch. She's always been the best healer, will continue to be the best healer, and she's got some of the best skins, and they're really just buffing her to push the skins and make money. They are business after all. Same thing kind of goes for the Emma Frost. Us tank mains, we need a Luna Snow, and she's basically the Luna Snow of tanks. She's really good. You kind of need her on your team, or you're gonna get washed by the enemy team. Next up in the S tier, lo and behold, what's that? We need a DPS that's always cracked and kinda hot and people simp over. That's gonna be Hella. Put her in the S tier. The devs just love these. They love their women. They love their white women. What can I say? Always S tier, always has been, always will be. They nerf everyone else every patch. Keep these guys really good. Last up, I'm gonna put Loki. I think there's a couple of maybe female devs or devs that swing a couple different ways who really are fucking with Loki, and he's just kind of always been the GOAT, and like he gets hit a little harder with a couple of nerfs every now and then, but the Luna Loki team up double ultimate is just you've probably encountered it in your games. Next up in the S tier, I'm going to put Magneto. I don't think Magneto's quite at the Emma Frost level, but he is still just an unmovable wall. His ult just shuts down every other ult. His shield blocks every other ult. His bubble blocks all the ults. He's just an invincible force of destruction. And very good in the current meta. Next up in the S tier, I'm going to put Cloak and Dagger. I think everybody's been sleeping on the Cloak and Dagger, especially here in the console lobbies. The auto aim, her ultimate is cracked. The Terror Cape, I've been seeing a lot of value come out of the Terror Cape. I've watched the Marvel tournaments recently. They're picking Cloak pretty much every game because they're usually banning Luna and Loki. So Cloak and Dagger stocks are up. By now, Cloak and Dagger is in. Next up in the S tier, I'm actually going to put the Human Torch. People have been sleeping on Torch. He's still an unstoppable beast, especially with the new team up with the Thing. I think I'm going to put the Thing up here in the S tier as well. The Torch and Thing team up is absolutely cracked. It's the most fun I've had in Marvel in a long time, and I think it's unironically very good. You can kind of just throw the Thing right into the back line. Creates the cripple field, no dashes, no movement. The Thing's really good. He might not be up at the top of S tier. I'm actually going to put the Phoenix up here. I think put her right after the Torch. She's just basically a Hela, but people aren't as good at her yet because she just came out. But potentially could even be a better Hela. But right now, definitely S tier. She's just really good. I'm also going to put Hawkeye up here in the S tier as well. I think about the Thing. People sleeping on Hawkeye. You don't see him much, but when you do, he's always clapping. He just has an answer for everything. He's got mobility. He can one-shot. Hey, he's kind of just a demon. Kind of just a demon. In the S tier, I'm also tempted to kind of put the Punisher and Storm. I think these two damages are a little bit lackluster compared to some of these other ones, but still just do incredible numbers, pump out the damage, and I'm going to put Iron Man up here as well. I'm actually going to put Iron Man. I'm going to move Iron Man up a smidge. I think that's looking good. Maybe people been sleeping on Iron Man too, dude. He's just the top ranked players on the console are playing Iron Man. He's the #1 pick. I might even move him up a smidge. I'm gonna move him above the Torch. Iron Man kind of the GOAT right now. And then this is looking pretty good for the S tier. I might make a couple of adjustments. Next up in the A tier, I'm going to put Namor. Namor with the Squid team up with the Hulk. I'm going to also put the Hulk in the A tier. It's just so good. These guys can kind of just run a lobby if you play them together. If you play them individually, it's a little less successful, but you play them together, they just run a whole lob. Doctor Strange, still a beast. The portals are just game-changing. I almost want to put him at, like, low S tier. But I think the top of A is sounding pretty good for me. Captain America, been seeing a good bit of him. Groot, still a beast. These tanks are just, they do their job well. They kind of get outclassed by the Emma and Magneto, and even dare I say the Thing. But they do a damn good job. I'm going to put Penny up here as well in the A tier. Rocket Raccoon, how could I forget? I'm going to put him, I think, low S. He's just so easy, just easy value you get all the time. Mr. Fantastic, I'm going to put him in the A tier as well. They nerfed him recently because he's been overperforming. People have been sleeping on Fantastic. I see him at the bottom of tier list a lot, but he is kind of just that dude. In fact, I might even put him up in the low S tier. A tier, Bucky's still a beast. I see a lot of good Bucky's. I've been seeing a lot of Squirrel Girl recently as well. The new Iron Man Squirrel Girl team up is pretty good. Been seeing it a good bit. And I'm also going to put the Wolverine in the A tier as well. He's been nerfed a couple times. I kind of want to put him in the S. I think I'm going to drop these guys into like high A just to make things look a little nicer for now. Tempted to move them back into S. We'll see. Invisible Woman also. Ooh, I think I'm going to put her low S. There's a lot of really good characters right now. Maybe at the top of A, I'll put her. Next up in the B tier, I've been seeing an absolute rise of the Panther. Been sleeping on Panther. People are finally good enough to be able to pull him off. The thing is, there's still a lot of people that aren't good enough to pull him off, that are on your team, that just go 0-10, and you lose because he's on your team. But you can also lose because he's on the enemy team. It's kind of like, can go either way. The most cracked Panthers are in the S tier. The ones on your team are usually in the F tier. I'm going to give him a B for that. He kind of swings a little bit both ways now. No innuendos there. Next up in the B tier. Oh, jeez. None of these guys are that good. I might have to just move everybody down. I'm going to put Magic. Magic can still kind of get the job done. She can still one-shot and assassinate the squishies. A little harder. There's still a lot of flyers around. She can take out a flyer, but it's a little tricky. She can work. Sometimes she dominates. Sometimes she doesn't really do much. I'm going to kind of put her in the B tier for that. Venom, I'm going to put in the same boat. He can kind of just be a nuisance, take a whole team's attention for a while. Sometimes he's clapping. Sometimes he's not doing the best. Kind of just a B tier pick for me. I'm going to put Psylocke, I think, in the B tier as well. Sometimes can dominate. Sometimes just get stomped. This is kind of like the harder to play flankier character tier where, like, they can go crazy, and they can completely suck ass and throw. You never really know what you get. I'm going to put Spider-Man in here as well. Iron Fist even. Put him in here. Star-Lord. Kind of just like the harder to play flank tiers. Next up on the C tier, these characters, you don't really see them doing too well most of the time. It's usually like fine. You'll accept them, but you'd kind of would rather have other ones. I'm going to put Mantis, Atom, Scarlet Witch, Ultron. I feel like Ultron nerfs were kind of undeserved. Like, yeah, he was sort of strong, but these days he feels kind of lackluster. Seems like you'd really just rather have any other support. He's more of just a glorified damage. I'm going to move him up a little bit to B tier. He can kind of duel a lot of the flyers pretty well. Next up in the D tier, I'm going to put Thor and Jeff. These guys both kind of just suck compared to the other options. Like, they can pop off, they can get the job done, but you kind of got to struggle for them. Black Widow, I'm going to put her kind of in the D tier as well. Maybe the C. I've seen a couple of Widows pop off recently. And then F tier, Moon Knight. Do I even have to explain it? He just gives the enemy healers their ults faster than your healers get their ults, and we all know how good the healer ults are. Cough cough, Luna, Loki, Cloak, triple ulting every fight. You just can't do anything for like a whole 30 seconds. So he just gives the enemies their ults, loses every 1v1, just cowers and does nothing most of the game. And the people that play him think they're good and never switch. That's why he's getting the F tier. This is the tier list. It's looking pretty good for me. I think most characters are in a pretty good spot right now. There's a couple that are like, you're like, I don't really want them. Maybe I'll move Jeff up a little bit, honestly, because he does get MVP a lot, and the Jeff ult's still pretty good. I think I'd rather have Ultron than a lot of these other flanks. I'll move him up a little bit. This is looking pretty good to me. I think I'm going to slide Fantastic up into the S tier. He's still just such a beast. Such a beast of burden. We move Hawkeye down a little bit just because you don't see Hawkeye a lot. And yeah, this is the tier list. I think it's looking pretty good. Maybe move Hulk down a smidgen. No, I'll move... Hulk still gets banned a lot, honestly. I think I'm going to move him even up. He's getting banned a lot. Mostly because the Hulk Namor team up. People just don't love it. Yeah, the tier list is looking pretty good for me. What do you guys think? What would you change? What would you shift around? I think I could be overestimating the Thing a little bit. But the team up with the Torch is just so good, and the Torch is just really clanking right now. I think this seems pretty right to me. Maybe move him below the Storm, I guess. Yeah, what do you guys think? Comment down below. Am I tripping? Is Hulk better than the Thing? He could be. Fuck it. I'll put the Hulk. Hulk's just... Nah, Hulk's getting an S tier. I'm putting him right next to the Thing. They're both just beasts. This is the tier list. There's a lot of really good characters right now. There's some that you kind of just need on your team. Yeah, hope you like it. Subscribe for more. Comment down below what you would change. Am I sleeping on Moon Knight? Tell me how. Tell me why. And tell me what rank you are. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Comment what you change, what you shift, who's your favorite character, what you like, if you think I'm cool, if you think I suck ass. Leave a comment. Leave a subscribe. See you next time.